I actually went to a class one time about manifesting your destiny, and it was all about like, it's kind of, I don't know if anybody has read The Secret, but it's like the law of attraction. If you put it out there, it's going to come back to you. I mean, obviously you have to work for it, but if you put it out there, it's going to come back to you. So like the why for a vision board, it'll help you identify your vision and give it clarity. It'll help reinforce your daily affirmation, which I'll get into that, and keep your attention on your intention. So it doesn't have to be just for your business. I did my vision board to be for like all my life goals, like where I want to see myself. And the last time I made a vision board, I put a few things on there, like I wanted to get a new SUV, and I wanted to be migraine free. And I'm both of those things now. I have the SUV that I wanted, and I no longer have headaches from migraines. So like I really feel like putting it out there helps bring it back to me. So I just did my new vision board, and I'll share it with you. I don't know, can you see it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So like I said, it doesn't have to just be business related. I did put some business stuff on there, like coaches change lives, because my main goal is to change people's lives. Like that's what really motivates me. And I want to have financial freedom, be out of debt. I want to have a second home and my own home. Like this is like a cabin in the woods. And I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to upgrade to a new SUV and have a family. And the main thing in the middle here I have is a positive affirmation. So having a daily affirmation, something that you repeat daily to yourself and remind yourself of like why you're doing this, or maybe you need a reminder to stay positive. Mine is I'm learning to step out of my comfort zone without fear, because like all of this stuff that I do every day, I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of talking to new people. I'm afraid of what I'm doing right now. But when Stephanie said, do you want to do this? Even though my first thought was like, no, I'm scared. No, I'm learning to step out of my comfort zone. You know, like that's part of growing. So there's really no right or wrong way to make a vision board. You kind of just, like I printed stuff out, but you could look through a magazine or something, and just a picture that's going to help you visualize what that particular goal is for your life. You print those out and cut them up, or cut them out of a magazine and put them on a board, put them somewhere that you're going to be able to see them every day, so that way it's like a constant reminder. And find a daily affirmation for yourself. So where I found there's links to a few on makeavisionboard.com. There's 100 daily positive affirmations you could look through, and weight loss affirmations, but you can also Google them. So like an example of some could be like, I attract positive people in my life, or I'm happy, joyous, and free, exactly as I was born to be. So basically, it is the law of attraction, putting it out there, and it hopefully, it'll come back to you. Obviously, like I said, you have to put in the work, but it's something that's helped me in the past, and I think it's going to help me, like, to sit there at my desk and see all my goals up there and know, like, this is what you're working for every single day. This is why you're doing this. You want to be doing this, but you want to be better in your future. So I find that it's something that's really helped me, and I hope that it helps all of you. And it helps me remember, like Stephanie's saying, your why. It helps me remember my why. Why I'm doing this, because I want to have a family, because I want to own my own home, and I want to have a second home we can go to, and I want to have the vehicle that's going to take us all there, and the financial freedom to get there and do it all and make it all possible, and change people's lives in the process as I'm changing my own. So anyways, that's kind of all I have.
That's okay. That's awesome. I actually have a few different, I was just like reading the comments. I like that Maggie just realized there was a chat feature. But I have a few different little like worksheets that I just found that we can post in the team page about figuring out your vision. So if like, you're like, I don't know what I want, like who knows what I want? It kind of breaks it down into different categories and stuff. So you can kind of like narrow in, what is your vision? Like big picture versus like attainable goals. So I'll put those worksheets in our team page. I was just talking to Courtney about this. I've never made one before. Like everyone's always told me to make a vision board, but I'm always like, that's so corny. I don't want to do that. That's so corny. Like I know, but I was just thinking about that. Like, it's everybody's homework. We're all going to do one. But I was just thinking about that. Like, I just know that for my own sake, I won't hang a board in my house unless it like matches my decor. Like I'm just like that. So like I'm OCD about it. So she was just like, there's really cute boards at Target, like actual like corkboard type things. So I think we're going to go. We're going to make some really cute boards together.
I got this one from Walmart. It's just
cute.
a little, and I got some tacks that I was going to just pin things up on. So
cute. I like that.
Like $8. So
there's not that many of us on here right now. I'm going to call a couple of you guys out and hear a little bit about like, what is your vision? What do you want? Okay. Calling y'all out. Meg, you're first. I unmuted you.
Oh, hold on.
We can hear you.
Okay. Oh, I knew you were going to do that as soon as I made that face. I was like, crap. Basically just being a stay-at-home mom. I mean, even making like $10 extra a week is kind of huge. And I'm making more now than I did babysitting like 12 hours a day. So my goal is to double what I'm making right now so that I'm not just able to get a cleaning lady and things like that, but have extras so that like when I buy Christmas gifts and stuff and birthday presents for my husband, I'm not spending his money on his present. Like
by when? Double by when?
I'd like to do it by my year anniversary for sure.
Okay. That'd be like 6 months from now.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Tatiana, what's your vision?
Do that. Well, for me, I got so many little dangling things. I have to start with a brand new car. My car is about to fall off the wheels, so should be able to get a new car and hopefully quit this job, my regular job, if I can, and travel more back home. I don't get to go often, and I miss it dearly. I want to see my family, and so, oh God. Anyway, enough. That's the main thing, and maybe move to a bigger house because this one's too small for me and the kids.
I challenge you to make that vision board, and I challenge you to share about it because I think that that is huge for you. Like, I wish I could hug you. I love you. Love you.
I love you.
You're gonna make us all cry.
Yeah, seriously. I think it's huge. So I'll share mine. My goal is to bring Paul home from work. Most of you probably think I'm crazy for wanting to do that because we don't have a very good relationship. But he's miserable at his job. He never gets to be home with us. He never sees our kids. And that's half of the stress. Like that's half of the reason he's so depressed. And I think that half of it is also he's there working his butt off and not even nearly matching my income. And he feels inadequate. But if he weren't working, it's not like we'd be comparing ourselves. You know what I mean? Like it would be different. It would be a different playing field. And he would be able to be like providing as a dad rather than providing as like a husband. He's like, not that he wouldn't be a husband, but you know what I mean? Like it would just be a different dynamic. We also have been struggling majorly that we're so far away from family, but at the same time hated living in New York or Pennsylvania. So we're considering, like, we would love to have a second place to go. We absolutely hate staying with our family for extended periods of time. So, like, that's not fun for us, but we would love to be able to have somewhere to go when we're up there, whether it's a timeshare or whether it's someplace we rent out for half the year or someplace where we can go for half the year. And if he weren't working, we could do that. We could go back and forth between homes whenever we wanted to if we had that ability. My income I am going to do an income post soon. I hate sharing publicly about money, but I love telling you guys because it gives you something to compare yourself to and everything. This week was the last week of July. So income for July has like added up. This month, income for myself was $6,393 from Beachbody alone. My goal is to obviously keep going, but like my goal is to be consistent with that. If I were consistent with that, like imagine how well off we like my family would be. That's not consistent right now. That was including my quarterly bonus, but still, like that is my goal, is to continue to build my income so that I can attain those. Those are big dreams. Most people don't even ever get to imagine those dreams. And the fact that we can even have that as a possibility is why I love this job so much. Like the thought of having 2 houses was never even like the thought of buying a house was like, I'm never going to have a chance to buy a house. Now the thought of buying another one is like really cool for me. But yeah, those are my visions. Those are big visions. I need a really big board, but yeah, that's my thoughts. Anybody else want to share their vision? Alana, do you want to?
Sure, I will.
Okay.
My vision is kind of similar to yours, Stephanie. My husband, I think Paul and Rodney are they kind of have a little bit of the same characteristics. So they both bust their butts at very laborious jobs daily. And I'd really love to take some of that burden off of Rodney. He does construction. He builds, like, we live in kind of a touristy area in the North Woods, Wisconsin. So there's a lot of big vacation homes, like billionaires that build, and he builds those big houses. So he's working like, I don't know, at least 60 hours a week and in summer. So, I mean, he loves being with our boys too. And it would be nice to at least make him be able to cut his hours down so he could be home more. And if I had a substantial income, that would be a possibility. So that's a huge one. And obviously having our house paid off is another huge one, because when you don't have any debt, there's if you don't have any bills, that's huge. So having debt paid off, better working vehicles, like the other girls said, being able to travel, like with your kids, or go places and not have to worry about it being such a burden. Because like when Rodney takes off of work, if we go somewhere for the weekend and he has to take off like a Friday, he doesn't get paid time off at his job. So we're also taking money for a vacation, and he's taking a cut of pay. So it would be nice to be able to have the freedom to be able to go travel and go places. We love to go waterfalling and hiking and seeing. We live really close to Lake Superior, so that's gorgeous. If you guys have never been up here, you got to come. It's pretty close to the ocean. It looks pretty close. So we live close to a lot of beautiful things, but I still want to get out and see everything. So I guess those are my huge things. And being able to stay home with my kids, obviously, is a huge thing. So I guess that's really it that I have. So
those are awesome goals. I think we can probably all relate to both of those goals.
Yeah, for sure.
Maggie asked how much, I think. Maggie asked how much my bonus was, and I don't mind sharing that, because anyone who was a 5-star got the same bonus. So anyone who got so the way it works is they put, I think it's 2% of all of Beachbody's earnings for the entire quarter go into a pool. That pool is divided equally among the, like, I think it's 10 and 15 star changes. So 15 star and above, 2-star or 2%. The 15 stars split that. Another 2%, all the 10 to 14 stars split that. Another 2%, all the 5-star to 9-star split that. And then another 2%, all the 2-stars split that. So there's a lot of 2-stars, a little less 5-stars, and it goes less and less. So your bonus is bigger and bigger. As a 5-star, my bonus was $3,529 for the quarter. I can earn that every quarter, which is why qualification period is so important. I give that all back to you guys. Like, not all of it, but like, obviously I buy you guys prizes. I do things. Like, I try to do as much as I can. When we go to Summit, like, I pay for a bunch of the stuff at Summit. So that bonus is a team bonus. So that's how I can continue doing all these things for you guys. So when it's like qualification time, like, we all buckle down together. That and you guys earn your own bonuses at the same time. But the other question. Oh, so I know that the 15-star bonus, y'all, the 15-star bonus was $43,000 for the quarter. So Ruth Strunner, she's number 1 in the company this year so far. They gave her a $25,000 bonus on top of that publicly in front of everyone at Summit. So she made like $70,000 in bonuses this quarter. She's like, yeah, I just bought my house. I'm like, I talked to her personally, and she wasn't afraid to talk about it though, because that's up for anyone. It's public knowledge how much that bonus is. The 10-star bonus, because Ash Brockington got the 10-star bonus, and she's one of my good friends, $17,000. She used half of it to pay for like stuff that they need at the house. Like they don't have any working appliances right now. And then the other half she used to book a team retreat to Costa Rica for all of her diamonds. So she's taking all of her diamonds to Costa Rica for 2 weeks. So if y'all want a fun and fancy trip, let's get to 15-star and we'll go on a fun and fancy trip. So there's that. Meg.
That cracks me up that you said she has no working appliances, because her and her husband's photos and stuff, it looks like they're phenomenal. Like they look like they're living the high life. Like they have it all. And like, I know they've got chaos because of how many kids they have and everything. And like, you're always mentioning little things. I'm like, they're normal. And look, they look glamorous. Like that's probably part of why they do so well.
They're photographers.
Clearly.
Before they became coaches. They have 5 kids, 3 of their own, 2 adopted. But let me tell you a little bit about her. She has 2 adopted babies, little black babies. She nursed them. She took all these like things and like just that hormone of being a mom again. They're like 4 months apart. So she nursed both of these babies when she got them. And I think it's the most incredible story ever. And then the older of the adopted children, the mother of that baby came to her and said, I'm having another baby. Do you want him? So to have her brothers, like to have the baby's brother, but they just couldn't at the time. They just can't. Her sister adopted the baby. So her sister's baby is her baby's brother. So they're brother cousins. It's the cutest story ever. And I think it's so sweet. And they have like a lot of pictures together with baby. It's just so sweet. Anyway, yeah, they're normal people. They're awesome. They're totally normal. Like her minivan is a disaster. Let me say that. Like they are totally normal people. And that could be any of us. There's nothing that sets any of us apart from any of them. So, and Nicolette and I are getting the same bonus, by the way. She's only 7-star. The same bonus applies from 5-star to 10-star. So her and I got the exact same bonus. Catherine Cowan's the only other 2-star on our team, and she got her 2-star bonus, which was right under $800. So even that's nice. Push, guys. I love that they have a diamond bonus now too, though. So $250 a quarter. It's an extra $1,000 a year. Who wouldn't want that? Anyway. Hi, Linda. Hey, Leah. Questions. What are you guys' thoughts? We've been talking, Leah and Linda that just jumped on. We've been talking about visions. I recorded the call. We've been talking about visions and how, what we plan to do. Linda, I want to hear your vision. What is your vision?
Be truthful.
My vision for me or my vision for us?
Both. What would you put on a vision board?
Okay, so I hate when you do that. So I think I've talked to you about my vision for you. I want us to be a #1 team. I think that easily we could stick you in top 10 easily.
But I want to see you in top 10.
Well, I got to get you there to get me there too. So, but I think that we do really well working together as a team. And I think honestly, like from all of the teams that I've met at Summit, from the people I've met at Summit, we have a better team as far as relationship.
Like, quite honestly, we do. There isn't a person on this team that you can't talk to, that you can't help, that you can't anything. And because of that, I think it is extremely easy for us to get to a top 10 team, honestly. I think that we need to sometimes talk, all of us, a little bit more, because we are so different. We all have such great ideas that would help other people. Like things that I do are not maybe going to work for Maggie, but Maggie has great ideas that would maybe work for Brooke. And I have great ideas that maybe work for Leah, and Leah might have great ideas that maybe work for, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's something that we need to do, because honestly, there's no reason that we can't be a top 10 team. There's no reason. These people are, like, some of the people that I've talked to that are 5-star diamonds, like, you talk to them and you're like, dude, I already know that. Like, I'm already doing that. We're already doing that. And they will talk like it's this big epiphany, and we're already doing that stuff. Like, even the speakers that were there, and they were very insightful, but it's not stuff that we don't already know. Like, honestly, it's stuff so I mean, we can totally do it. It's not a problem. I would like to see us, I hate the, okay, so I speak my mind, so keep that in mind, everyone. I would like to see us break away from Nicolette's team. And not that I don't like Nicolette or her team or anything, but I think that we can be strong enough not to depend on them. But that's me. Like, at Summit, it was crazy, like, because we were trying to get this and that and everything else. And I think that with enough people going with the Summit and enough things that we're doing, that we can stand on our own 2 feet.
I think we will. I think this summit's going to be a lot different than last summit. Like, last summit, it was like, where's Nicolette? Everybody chased her, but we have so many people this year that it's going to be so much like, it's going to be our team, and we're going to join her team for a team photo. It's going to be so much like us doing our thing this year, and it'll be so fun.
And I think, that can happen, and I like that better. Where my vision is that, so my vision is to be able to quit my job. My vision is to be able to pay for my health insurance to be able to quit my job. My vision is that when Michael retires, that we can easily do his dreams as well, because I'm mobile. You know, like last night we sat in the car for 9 hours and I worked on Beachbody stuff, and it was totally fine. You know, I'm mobile, and any other job, how are you going to do that? Like, and it makes me happy. Like, I smile, and that's a big thing, because if you know me, I don't smile really well. So that's my vision.
Love it. I love it. And well, no, it's okay. Never mind.
No, go ahead. What? Tell me what.
Nope, nothing. So
I hate when you do that.
So yeah, I love all these visions, and I love Linda's vision for our team, and I think she's spot on. There's nothing that sets our team apart than any other team. So
there isn't.
I love, well, there is. It's just, we're better. We're just awesome.
Well, the thing is, quite honestly, like, and I'm not trying to sound like I got my head up my ass or anything, but like, if you talk to these people that are there, like, you know, it's really just do the stuff. Like, and all of the stuff that they're doing, we know. It's not like they have any, like, special secret, or, because, like, you'll talk to them and, like, it was driving me crazy, because I would look around and all these people were taking notes, and all these people were, like, so, like, oh, and I'm like, I already know that. Like, I just need to do it. Like, and I mean, and that's on me, you know, if I'm not doing it, but I know this stuff. This is stuff that we already talk about. We already do. We already know. So it's not like they have a magic secret. And if we're not a top 10 team, it's because we're not doing the stuff, not because we don't know it.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. We've got some new coaches.
Oh, sorry.
we've got Lisa and we've got Sarah, and Cindy is pretty new, and obviously Courtney. But like, so they're still learning the things, but like, guys, just plug into the trainings that we have. Connect yourselves with one of these people who are on this call that know what they're doing, and like, we'll play with you. We play with everybody. So, and that's what it is for me. Like, this feels like play. I don't feel like I'm working when I'm working. Like, I enjoy it. The time goes by so freaking fast. Like yesterday, my husband was pulling in the driveway, and I was like, "Oh shit! I didn't even pull dinner out of the fridge yet." Like, I didn't realize how fast the day had gone by. And Kim can she can vouch for me. She was here, but like I don't even know how, like, where the day goes, and I love it, and I love it so much that like we all can do this from home, and we can all be wherever we want to be in this business. So don't like let anything stop you. The only thing stopping you is yourself. So do the things, and you can do whatever things you want to do.
And you know what? Can I say something else? Sorry.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Yep.
Don't overcomplicate this. Like, that's a big thing. Like, when I first started, I was like, oh, I have to do all of this stuff, and I have to do that, and I have to do this. And I was putting, like, you can literally set aside an hour and invite people and be done with that. And set aside another hour and answer people. Like, you don't have to be on your phone plugged in all the time. You can set aside time and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do in this hour. All I'm going to do is invite people. But when you're in that hour, make sure you're inviting people. Make sure you're doing the stuff that you need to do. And you can easily get this stuff done in 4 hours, 2 hours, whatever you set aside. It's your time, but you got to make sure you're doing it during that time. Because I know, like, when I started, I was doing 500 things, and I felt like I was all over the place and getting nothing done. Like, I felt like I spent my whole day doing this stuff. And it was because I didn't sit down and actually, like, okay, I'm going to answer all my messages this hour. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to scroll through Facebook. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And now that I do that, it's so much easier to get everything done. And it's so much easier to accomplish my goals, too. What are you mouthing, Stephanie?
Courtney's a brand new coach. I was saying what you're saying is true, and I'm showing her a power hour track.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, but if you're dedicated to do it, make sure you're dedicated. Like, because that was my problem. I would be like, oh, I'm going to have a power hour. And then I talked to Leah, and I talked to Brooke, and I'd message a couple people, and my power hour turned into 3 hours, and I got, like, nothing done. Like, I got done what I got in 15 minutes whenever I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
All right, we've got 3 minutes left. Does anyone else have questions? Anyone else have comments? Jump in here. Nothing.
Did Brooke do her presentation?
She did.
Yeah, you missed it.
I will. Sorry. I'm an hour behind. I didn't realize. I'm like, you're like, get on the call. I'm like, it's only 11 o'clock. Why would I get on the call? I'm an hour behind. I didn't realize.
You told me to remind you, and I did. So
I know. I'm sorry.
I think I'm gonna.
I will watch the recording.
I'm just gonna mute. Shut up. Anybody have questions? Anything? Everybody's goal is Success Club for the month. 3 challenge packs. We're so close. So close. Leah, you got this. You have a freaking link out too. So get it. Tatiana, you're super close too. I think you only need 1 more. Yep, you got this. You got this. Alrighty. Lisa, if you've got anything working, you know my phone number. Message me, I'll help you. Taylor's making really weird faces. Okay, if you guys need me, you know where to find me. If you need Linda, you know where to find Linda. If you need your coach, I hope you know where to find your coach. But you can message any of us. Just message anybody if you need help. So it was great talking to you all. We'll talk to you all next week. Bye. Bye.
Bye.